our channel Path to Quds. Today we are going to talk about the most enormous, the most incredible, peaceful walk in the whole history in the whole world. The place that the people are joining to reach the land of Karbala from all over the world, from different continents, different countries, and different cities. Over 20 million people are gathering here to one place, one location. And over thousands of people are providing services for them. They are giving them free foods, free accommodation, free place to rest, and also their own time and life. Tonight we are going to talk with our honorable guest, a Muslim scholar of artificial intelligence, Professor Mahmoud Shukriullah. Why these people are here? What's happening?
Well, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Good night. Yes, if you see, there are thousands of many kind of people. It makes no difference if it is a professor like me, it is a student, if it's a man, a woman, an old man, or a child. From every country that you can imagine global in our globe, all of them have gathered here in, as you said, in a very enormous and an incredible walk which has happened for 14 centuries and is now happening even now in every kind of pressure that they are feeling here in their own countries and globally. And definitely this will continue for many years because it goes back to its origin, why it started, what was the intention of this walk, what was the purpose of this walk, and who actually initiated this walk. If we go back to the history, we can see that actually it was Imam Hussein, the nice son, grandson of our Prophet Muhammad, who actually started a journey which started from Medina to this country, to Iraq, to Karbala, to the desert of Karbala. Why? That's the question. That what was the reason of this journey which started, and it still is going on for many new and modern intentions and purposes. Actually, this walk, which started first time by the sister of Imam Hussein, it was a political and a theological walk from in the beginning, but actually now has changed into a humane walk in which all kinds of people, ignoring their religion, ignoring their political views, ignoring their nationality, ignoring their race, ignoring their job, ignoring their social interest and social impact, ignoring all of these factors, all of these actual factors of life, all of them are now taking part in this walk, in this huge walk which has never been witnessed throughout the history.
For this to happen, there should be very huge reason. The reason that Imam Hussein started this way and also his sister continued. There should be a very huge intention to sacrifice all his life, to sacrifice all his family for that. And what do you think about it? What is this huge things that he started to change the history? And I'm sure that the reason that the people are here is because they understand that the reason that he started this way is not only for the purpose in his own time, but also is going to change the whole history, and the things that happening is just changing the every single of our life, my life, your life, and everyone who's here and who are attending to this walk, to just honor what he did. Do you think so?
Actually, Imam Hussein had just one main word, and it was insisting in front of and against the oppression of his time. So he said just one simple word, but the most important word of his time, and even the time that we have now: no. No to any kind of oppression, and no to any kind of brutality, which started at his time by the oppressor governor of his time, I mean Yazid ibn Muawiyah, but still the same word no and insisting against any kind of oppression has lasted for 14 centuries and is still going on in our modern life. So he initiated journey, initiated the humane journey because of humanity, because of all humankinds, because of insisting in front of and against any kind of oppression which may happen in the world and throughout the history. And the people who are now here, if you pay attention to their behavior, they are honoring the same idea. They are honoring the same point of view against the oppression which is now going on in our modern time, in our modern world. People have changed, history has changed, but oppression has not changed yet. We witness modern kinds of oppression in the world, modern kinds of brutality, which is now happening, unfortunately, in our modern time, despite all of the technological improvements that we have now in our modern time. But oppression has unfortunately itself improved, has changed into new and modern forms of brutality against the humanity and humankind, unfortunately. So the same walk of freedom, freedom against any kind of brutality and oppression, still continues and will continue, will last forever, during which humankind wants to shout the word no against any kind of modern oppression and brutality.
Exactly. As you just mentioned, we are hearing a very actually large voice of people who are saying no to this oppression and injustice now in the world, in the Western countries, the students who raising up for the things that are happening now in Gaza, and also the people of Gaza themselves. And they are also just continuing this, yeah, just saying no to oppression, to injustice. How do you think about the thing that is happening now in Europe and Western countries? It looks like that something changed, in before like 10 years, 20 years, young generation were not thinking about something that happens in other miles away, in Middle East or somewhere. But nowadays we see that the students are thinking they are losing their job, they are losing their the whole process of actually education, just to say no to oppression and injustice. How do you think? What
Yes, you're right.
has happened?
We are in modern time, in the time of the advancements of technology, but simultaneously we witness the oppression, the new and modern kind of oppression, which is unfortunately against mankind. You talked about students in Europe and US. Yes, they are witnessing new and modern kinds of oppression against their jobs, their lives, and their freedom, that they deserve that. Unfortunately, they do not have any opportunity to express that freedom, to gain that freedom that they deserve. And if they find any opportunity for shouting the word of their freedom, their own freedom, or the kind of freedom which is the right of any kind of people throughout the world, they are going to make use of time and shout that words of freedom for themselves and for the people who are under oppression of modern era, unfortunately, which is more, let's say, more modern in the ways and approaches of brutality against humankind. So we will see that the same students, the same young generation in US and in Europe, the same people, young generation who at some time they are spending their time in nightclubs maybe, and in some places that they are just wasting sometimes their time, that they like the time, they like to make use of that time, but now they have found the opportunity to make the same time to express their own ideas, the ideas of freedom, the ideas of expressing their ideas against brutality which is going on now in the world. So this is the voice that now we are hearing in the West, I mean Europe and US, is exactly the freedom which it comes out from their innate feeling, from their innate humanity, from their innate kind of thinking in human rights that they believe in and we believe in. Actually, there is the common idea, the common belief among all humankinds in the world. I mean, human rights. Every kind of human right is the thing that all the people deserve for. So, whenever such generation, some young generation in the West, whenever they find an opportunity, they shout the words of freedom and the words of no against any kind of oppression.
To be honest, the things that are happening in Gaza is against the humanity, that no one's, it doesn't matter if you're Muslim, if you're Christian or any other religion, and even without religion, it's because it's against the humanity. So no one can be silent, no one can continue ignoring this. So that's why people are also raising up, and it is a change in the history. And the thing is that we want to know what is the similarity between what's happening in Europe in the protests, not only the physical one, but also whatever they do on the media, the interviews, the things that we are hearing from the news. What is the similarity between that and the things that people are doing in this walk, in this huge gathering of people? Over 20 million people are coming here. What is the similarity between these two?
Actually, as you said in the beginning of this conversation, the people of Iraq, the people of other countries who are taking part in this walk and who are giving different kinds of services to the people who are taking part in the work, all of them are honoring these human rights, this freedom, the freedom for which Imam Hussein, the anti racism, the anti oppression for which Imam Hussein started the journey, as you said, sacrificed his life, sacrificed the life of all of his household, and even sacrificed all of the lives of these followers, and unfortunately, all of his remaining households were unfortunate prisoner of war. All of these prices were paid for what? For freedom. All of this was the price of freedom. So not only at that until the time that Imam Hussein lived in, even the time that we are living now in, here in Karbala, in Gaza, every time the walk is for humanity. The walk is for honoring again the same kind of freedom which the people deserve. Actually, what we see in the world which is happening now in Gaza, the very high level of brutality and oppression that we see there, unfortunately, is the kind of brutality that we witnessed historically in the time of Imam Hussein. So the people who are taking in part in this walk, they are honoring the same tradition initiated by Imam Hussein, which is now somehow followed by the people in Gaza. People in Gaza, in Palestine, the Palestinian people, actually similar to Imam Hussein and similar to the household of Imam Hussein, similar to that time, are sacrificing their life, are sacrificing all of their opportunities for every kind of life that they deserve for. But for what? For their freedom, for their anti-racism and anti-oppression movement that they have. And it is more than 7 years that they have this movement. So this is the main similarity between this walk here, the behavior, the social behavior of Gaza people in Palestine, and with what we witnessed 14 centuries ago by Imam Hussein and his household.
Exactly, that's right. In addition to this, to what you just said, I also have a point that I just felt here. The similarity between these two things is one of them is that the people in European and other countries, they are giving whatever they can give. Like they are just giving the whole process of their education to just broad this voice and to be the voice of people and children in Gaza. Just like the things that people are doing here, like they are just giving whatever they have, whatever they can do. It doesn't matter if it's leaving your home to reach the, it doesn't matter if it's just giving all your income to provide foods for the people who are joining. They're sacrificing, just like what they are doing in other countries in the protests and the students they do. And it is also connected to the sacrifice that Imam Hussein did. So we can feel this. And to feel more, to get a sense of what are people are doing here, to see them, you can just follow our channel, Path to Quds. Thank you.